Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Adam Burke from BangTheBook.com coming to you with my Thursday three-pack video, my three favorite plays of the day for Thursday, February 7th, all three of them coming from the college basketball card. Over at BangTheBook.com, a lot of great stuff going on. There's a reason why we are your one-stop shop for sports betting news and information. Daily college basketball picks from Kyle Hunter, 6-0 here over the last 3 days. That is a must-read piece every single day. Kyle also previewing the Thursday college basketball card for us right here on our Bang the Book YouTube page. And he joined me on Wednesday's edition of Bang the Book Radio to chat about the MAAC and a few games coming up here this weekend, including tonight's matchup between Wofford and East Tennessee State. So you definitely want to make sure you check that out. And really check out all the segments of Bang the Book Radio, which you can find right here on our Bang the Book YouTube page. But daily NHL picks from Parker Michaels, NBA stuff from Alan Moody, golf, UFC, soccer, tennis, NASCAR comes back next week, and I'm working really hard on my Major League Baseball stuff. Get some of that out to you here very soon. So keep it tuned to BangTheBook.com. Keep it tuned to Bang the Book Radio, which you can find on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, anywhere you look for it, you'll find Bang the Book Radio. We got a lot of great content, a lot of talented people doing things, so please check out everything that we have to offer on a daily basis. All right, let's get into my Thursday three-pack here. Again, my three favorite plays for Thursday night. Not a card that I love. I will tell you that off the top. 1 and 2 in our Tuesday three-pack, so hopefully we at least get back on the plus side here today with a 2 and 1. Obviously, 3 and 0 would be ideal, but not a great card. In the NBA, you've got some post-trade deadline stuff. Of course, the trade deadline here today at 3 o'clock. You've got the Lakers and the Celtics, a big game for both teams. Of course, you have that performance that the Lakers just had a couple of days ago. So I don't think it's a great card in the NBA. Didn't like a whole lot in the NHL either. So 3 plays from the college basketball side. The first one is my favorite play, also the most under the radar of the plays here for today's Thursday three-pack. So we start with that game in the WAC, game 551-552, UT Rio Grande Valley. The Vaqueros take on the Grand Canyon Antelopes here. Grand Canyon, 11.5-point favorite, total of 135 for this game. These are two pretty solid defensive teams. You'll get UT Rio Grande Valley, 84th in adjusted defensive efficiency. Grand Canyon, 70th. Grand Canyon does have a big offensive advantage, though, but there are some equalizers here in this game for UTRGV. I guess I'm just going to keep calling them the Vaqueros, just easier to do that. This is a bad spot for Grand Canyon. In their last game, they won on the road at Cal State Bakersfield, who, in terms of the WAC, has been one of the more consistent, one of the more solid teams over the last couple of years. Now Grand Canyon trying to get into that upper echelon. They play New Mexico State at home on Saturday. Lost to New Mexico State on the road in Las Cruces by just 2 points back on January 10th. So big-time revenge spot coming up on Saturday for Grand Canyon. I do think as a recent addition to Division I, just I think about 5-6 years ago, you try to build up a program, you try to get some upperclassmen in there. I think this is a spot where a team like Grand Canyon, even though they are a pretty experienced team, can fall victim to a difficult scheduling spot here. And UT Rio Grande Valley actually second in the country in turnover percentage on defense. They get to the free throw line a lot. They defend the three-point line very, very well. Those are things I look for in big underdogs here. You factor the spot into the equation as well, and I think the Vaqueros are in a really, really good situation here tonight. You look at them, some pretty positive feelings here. A couple blowout wins over some of the bums in the conference in Chicago State and Kansas City. Also, they lost by only 2 points to New Mexico State in the game right before they won those two over the dregs of the league. So I think that this is a Rio Grande Valley team that's playing pretty good basketball right now. They're first in three-point percentage shooting in conference play, first in three-point percentage defense, and a little bit of a road revenge spot here after losing to Grand Canyon at home earlier this year. So my favorite play of the night, UT Rio Grande Valley, plus 11.5 against Grand Canyon out there in the wiggity WAC. All right, let's go to game 619, 620. And in fact, I'll talk Horizon League for both games here left on the Thursday three-pack. Oakland at Wright State. Wright State, 7-point favorite. Total on this game, 146. Wright State won the first meeting between these two teams by 16 points at Oakland. So some road revenge here for the Golden Grizzlies. And you look at this game, and you get a total of 146. With Wright State, a team that's playing to 66.5 possessions per game. That's, in conference play anyway. 304th in the country in tempo. I think 66.8 possessions per game for the season. Oakland's not a fast team either here. They're 234th in the country in tempo. So this is expected to be a high-scoring game, played at a relatively low tempo. That should benefit Oakland. The first game didn't benefit Oakland. However, Oakland had 18 turnovers to Wright State's 9. Wright State had 69 field goal attempts to 52 for Oakland. And also, too, Wright State's not a great defensive team. From a defensive efficiency standpoint, they look pretty decent, but a lot of that is because they play at such a slow tempo. They're 320th in the country in three-point percentage defense and 293rd in the country in two-point percentage defense. Oakland is bad defensively as well. I fully understand that, but they are the much better offensive team here in this game. They're 82nd in turnover percentage on offense nationally, but in that game last time out against Wright State, they turned the ball over 25.2% of the time on offense. I don't think that happens again. High total, money coming in on Oakland for this game from sharp bettors. I think you got some context clues here in this one with road revenge, the blowout loss at home, the high total in a low-tempo game. That should benefit the offense, should benefit the team in a revenge spot. A lot of context clues here in this game, pointing me towards Oakland, number 619 in rotation number, +7 against Wright State. Finally, our last game here, and again, in the Horizon League, as I mentioned, game 623, 624. Green Bay on the road, a 4.5-point favorite, total of 162.5 against Cleveland State. Look, this is a pretty cut and dry handicap as far as I'm concerned. Cleveland State doesn't have the firepower to play in a game like this. Now, I will say the Vikings have not played a game over 70 possessions. I think in their last 6 or 7 games, haven't played a lot of up-tempo teams and certainly haven't played anybody of Green Bay's caliber when it comes to running up and down the floor. So I'm curious to see if Cleveland State is making a concerted effort to slow the game down. If they are, I don't think that helps them here. If they play a fast game, I don't think that helps them either. Cleveland State, 10th in adjusted offensive efficiency in conference play, 9th in adjusted defensive efficiency. Green Bay is a bad defensive team too, but Cleveland State, not the type of team that can really make it pay in a game such as this. Green Bay, much better offensive team as well. Green Bay doesn't turn the basketball over. They get to the free throw line a lot. They're not going to give Cleveland State extra possessions, and they should make them pay at the charity stripe as well. Last 5 games for Cleveland State here, in terms of points per possession allowed, 1.377, 1.35, 0.899. That was a game that they won over Youngstown State. 1.132, 1.285. High total, a lot of possessions. Cleveland State giving up a ton of points per possession. I think Green Bay, just a better offensive team. That'll show over the number of possessions in this game, whether it is a lower number or a higher number. It's Green Bay for me tonight, minus the 4.5. They're number 623 in rotation order over Cleveland State. So my 3 plays here tonight for the Thursday 3-pack. 551, UT Rio Grande Valley, plus 11.5 over Grand Canyon, my favorite play of the night. Oakland, +7, they're number 619. Then finally, Green Bay, minus 4.5, number 623 in rotation order. No video tomorrow, no video on Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday here on our YouTube channel with our Tuesday 3-pack. In the meantime, videos from Brian Blessing and Kyle Hunter. So plenty to keep you tied over here on Bang the Book Radio. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure you listen to Bang the Book Radio here on Thursday with Brad Powers and Tony George. And I'm Adam Burke for BangTheBook.com.